Chris, you guys officially announced a historic contract extension for José Ramírez that will extend him through the 2032 season. But you guys said today this did not surprise you, that he approached you guys about a year ago and indicated this was something he wanted to do.
It wasn't a surprise. At the same time, it's not easy to reach an agreement on a deal of this magnitude with a player like Jose, but we are incredibly grateful that he was really a driving force behind this and was very clear and consistent in his desire to make this happen.
What is it like to have a franchise player like that? When you look at today's late landscape of baseball, guys, and rightfully so, could be chasing really big contracts where they could be getting a lot of money these days. So to have him want to stay here and be in Cleveland, what is so unique about that?
Yeah, the word I keep using is unique for Jose. He is a unique talent. He's a unique contributor with how dynamic of a player he is and the way he contributes offensively, defensively, on the bases. He's a unique leader in our clubhouse, the way he sets the example and the tone for the entirety of our team and the organization, and he's unique in his perspective. He is very clear on what's important to him and what his priorities are, and works hard to make that a reality for him.
He started off in left field and shortstop. So what did you guys see in him early on that indicated this is going to be a really good fit for our franchise, and how has he evolved, thankfully, as an incredible third baseman now?
Well, at the time, that just happens to be where there were opportunities. And despite Jose coming up almost exclusively as a second baseman, he embraced those opportunities every time he had a chance to be written in a lineup. All he cared about was showing up that day, trying to find a way to help us win a game and do the best that he could. And that mindset that he's had has really served him well. And now he's established himself as one of the best third basemen, not only of the recent past, but possibly of our generation.
How have you firsthand seen the impact that he has on the Cleveland community here? He's so beloved.
He absolutely is, and I think, as I shared before, we owe a debt of gratitude to our fans and the Cleveland community because they have embraced Jose from the time he arrived in the major leagues. And as he was thinking about what's important to him, staying in a place where he's been comfortable and where the fans have embraced him were a priority. And without their support, without their commitment to Jose and the way they cheer him on, he may not have arrived at the same decision he did.
Something you have previously talked about with him is the investment he makes in the young guys on the roster. What's so important about having that, having a leader like that will help these guys as they come up?
Well, the leadership he provides, it's so powerful because it's coming from an MVP caliber player. It's one thing if I say it, it's something different if Stephen Vogt says it or a coach, but when we have our best player and our best performer setting the example by being the best worker, the best teammate, someone who's driven and by winning, and he sets that standard for the entire team and the entirety of the organization, that's a great foundation to start because we have a great example for all of our other players to follow.
You had said we weren't as good as we need to be offensively last season, and you've reiterated the investment you want to make in the young guys, but you did say that you guys did make some offers to free agents.
We did. There was a very specific skill set we were looking to complement our roster with, but the few players that fit that bill, we just weren't able to align with because we do need to get better offensively. We were not good enough last year, but our belief is with the group of young players we have at the major league level and a wave of players that are up at the upper levels of our minor leagues, that group can fuel that offensive performance. And we've seen that in the past. In 2022, we decided to give young players like Steven Kwan and Andres Jimenez an opportunity, and they were instrumental in fueling our success those years. And we're hopeful we can have a similar experience again this year.
So what are you looking for out of these young guys headed into spring training? Where do you want to see them at developmentally?
Well, they all need to take the next step in their development in their career because, like we've said, the results in terms of our offensive production were not good enough as a team. And so for us to be better as a team, we need each of those individuals to contribute a little bit more. And we believe they have the capability of doing that. And hopefully with the hard work that they've put in this offseason and a good spring training, they can hit the ground running once the season starts and do just that.
What gives you that confidence and belief that those young guys and everyone will take that next step?
Well, we've had a chance to see these guys continue to put in the work throughout the minor leagues and in some cases at the early part of their major league career, and we think they're all well positioned to make that next step, and it's exciting to think about what that future might be with those guys doing that.